For my report, I chose to write about the movie Gladiator. The film tells the story of a Roman general, Maximus Decimus Meridius, played by Russell Crowe, who is betrayed and suffers heartache after his family is murdered by the emperor's corrupt son, Commodus, who is played by Joaquin Phoenix. Maximus then comes to Rome after escaping slavery and soon becomes a gladiator to seek his revenge. In the film, I have noticed that the movie has the ability to portray what it means to be a true leader. Thus, for my thesis, I argue that it is more important to pick leaders based on their qualities rather than where they came from. For if they are not, it may lead to a disastrous ending to an empire. For example, one of the most dishonorable rulers of all time was Herod the Great, who in many ways resembled Commodus. Although he was not a Roman ruler, he was the ruler of Israel and created deep infatuation with Rome. Like Commodus, he was born into a wealthy family and yearned for power. Herod also possessed the ruthless and selfish qualities that Commodus also acquired. He was evil and jealousy could quickly overcome him, as he killed his wives and family members whenever he felt them overpowering him. In the film, Commodus also felt the rage of jealousy and felt the need to murder Maximus' family, his own father, and to later have Maximus captured in fear that later he would become greater than him. Aside from Commodus, the movie is a perfect example for proving what it means to be a ruler. Maximus possesses the skills and qualities that make him the perfect leader. Maximus was the general who became a slave, the slave that became a gladiator, and the gladiator who defied the emperor. As a captured slave and gladiator, after finding the bodies of his wife and son, he has lost everything and all his titles. And yet, even with all he has ever had taken away from him, he survives and refuses to let Commodus, the deeply damaged young emperor, break him. My argument in Maximus' great qualities can be proven through scenes like the opening battle, the day he reveals himself to Commodus, and later when he defeats Commodus. These scenes all show how Maximus is the better leader by the way he carries himself. He's flexible, making him a natural-born leader. By being naturally good at leading, he has the ability to be a leader as a general, a slave, and a gladiator. In many of the reviews that I researched, people had felt the same as I did. Although he is overcome with revenge, he is never jealous nor greedy. In a review written by Liz Green, she actually related Russell Crowe to a god. She states in her review that Maximus is passionate, devoted, fearless, honest, and loyal. For Maximus, his main goal was to seek revenge and to go home. In his case, home was heaven with his wife and son. This is portrayed by the scenes of Maximus seeing himself with his family in a grassy field. This particular scene can also represent a very spiritual connection with God, according to the director Ridley Scott, which I believe connects greatly with what Liz Green had to say about Maximus as being a very godlike person compared to those around him. Aside from what makes Maximus a leader, my theory is valuable as it can also relate to our daily lives by teaching us very important leadership skills. In the world today, businesses are looking for heroic styles of leadership. Like Maximus, the film shows that instead of seeing something as a negative, it should be looked at as an opportunity to change or to do something about an issue. In the business world, it is important to understand what it means to work as a team, to have a vision or goal, remain a good outlook on life and opportunities, and to simply have a passion for what you're doing. These qualities are things that business people look for in a leader. Maximus would be a great example for exactly these skills. In conclusion, the true meaning of being a leader can easily be portrayed by Maximus Meridius in the film Gladiator, and clearly proves why it is more important to pick someone based on their qualities. Not only that, but it is more important as it teaches us and helps us learn these same skills that he has acquired.